guys, welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to show you how to make this lovely fingerless glove. Looks amazing. It's like this. It's simple. This one took me like an hour and a half, so it's really quick, and let's get straight into it. I'm sorry if I sound sick because I am, so just ignore that please. So as you can see here, we need 2 granny squares, so let's make a granny square. So I'm going to start off with a magic ring, but if you've got any way that you like to make a granny square, then make it however you want. You can also use any colours you want, and I'm using a 4.5mm hook and these 3 colours, white and these 2 greens. I just feel like they look nice together, but you can do it all 1 colour or 2. So going to magic ring, and then you're going to chain 5. And now I'm going to do 3 double crochets into the magic ring. And 3. Now I'm going to chain 2, 3 more double crochets. Like that. Chain 2 again, and 3 more double crochets. Now chain 2 for the last time, and because we've already got that chain 5 there, that counts as 1 double crochet, so we're just going to do 2 double crochet. And now you're going to pull on this until it's really nice and tight and the hole is gone. It has to do that little pop thingy. Oh, there you go. Where all of it pulls through, no hole. And now you're going to slip stitch, not into any particular stitch, but just into that hole. So slip stitch. And you've got the base of your granny square. If you're changing colours like I am, grab your second colour. And I do this, it's really seamless. I've got a granny square here. You literally can you can't even see it, only in the back you've got 2 knots. So all you need to do, you have to be very careful here. You're just gonna grab the yarn, put it around your hook like this, hold on to it and pull through. Now grab the long piece that goes to the yarn and hold the short one so it doesn't pull through, and now I'm going to chain 5. And it's very loose here, so you're just going to grab the white, pull it, and it pulls into it like this, and you're just left off with the green. And if you're not going to use the white again, then you can just snip it off, but I'm going to be using it again, so I'm going to keep it on there. And now we're going to do the same as we were doing now. So you're going to do 3 double crochets into the gap, the turning gap, the chain 2. So 3 of those. Now you're going to chain 2 and do 3 more into the other gap. I'm just going to skip all 3 of these and chain and double crochet 3. It looks a bit wonky now, but it's going to get better, I promise. You're going to chain 2 and do 3 more double crochets into that same hole as you were just in. Just like that. So now you've got that one corner. You're going to chain 2, work 3 double crochets into this gap, chain 2 and work 3 more double crochets into the same gap. You're going to chain 2 and once again 3 double crochet, chain 2 and 3 double crochet into the next one, chain 2. Now for the last one, we once again have this chain 5 here, so that counts as 1 double crochet. So you're just going to do 2 double crochets into the gap again. Like that. Now the second one. And now you're going to slip stitch into the hole, not into any stitch, just into the hole. Like that. So that's the second row. I will be doing 3 rows. 1, 2, 3, as you can see. So now I'm going to be swapping colours again, and I'm going to do the same. And as I said, don't get rid of the white if you're going to be using it again. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just going to wrap my finger around it like I'm using it, and I'm just going to chain 5 with it. Don't tighten it too much, otherwise it will scrunch up, because it is connected here and it would like scrunch up like that. So I'm going to chain 5, just like that. Pull on the green so this loop disappears, just like that. And you can actually go ahead and chop the green off, but I'm going to do that later. And now just going to be repeating what we were doing before, except with one added, the double crochet bundle. So we're going to do 3 double crochets into the same gap. I'm going to chain 2 and then do 3 double crochets here. It's basically always repeating itself, that you do 3 double crochets into every chain 2 space and between each chain 2, and in the corners you do 2 of them, just like this. So meet me when you're finished. When you're on the last one, I chain 2, and then you're just going to do 2 because you've already got that one. So double crochet 2, not chain 2, sorry. Just like that. And now you're going to do, for me, the last slip stitch. It should fit on your hand like this. So, you know, it's like on your hand. If you need more, then just do an extra layer. It's okay if it's bigger, really. And then you're going to do slip stitch into the chain 2 gap. And now you're going to chop it off. Make it longer so you can tie them all together. And now I'm going to also chop off this green one, like that. And now tie the 2 that are always the closest together. So here it's the white and green. We're going to do a double knot with those 2. Don't scrunch it up, but do the second one very tight because that one doesn't scrunch up anything, luckily. And with this, I recommend that you like go through the chain 2 gap, and so it's like on the inside, and just do a double knot as well. Just like that. Chop these thingamajigs off. So now you're going to make a second one, and once you've got 2, they should fit on your hand, something like this. Mine are a little bit smaller, but that's okay because they really stretch. I mean, look at this. This is what this one looks like. It's the same size, and look, it's like much more stretched. You can literally see the outside. So when you've got your second one, you're going to get the colour, whatever colour you want. I'm going to be using the one that I used on the outside because that's the best. Gonna get your needle and chop a part of the white or whatever colour you're using. Chop it off so you've got something to sew together. Get it on your needle. And now you're going to get the 2 granny squares, put them together like this, and you're going to pick any side, doesn't matter, and you're just going to sew up the whole side because that's going to be here and you've got no fingers there. So it's better to use one of like the straighter ones because that's going to be the one that's not going to be very covered by this ribbing. So you see it's like a clean side, so it better be like a prettier side, which I'm going to choose this one because this one's quite straight. If you have a look at that, make sure you put the horrible sides on top of each other so it's nice from both sides. And now we're going to just stitch everything together. Always go through half the stitch, just like that, and don't forget to tie the first thingy. I always do a double knot because I don't want anything to come undone. And if we zoom in, just like this, I'm just going to show you that you go through half the stitch and come up and grab half a stitch, if you see that. And then you do the same, you go through one stitch, just half, and then come up and grab half. And you're just going to go through, and sew up the whole row like this. The last one, you're just going to go through and not fully pull. So you're left with the little loop, and you're just going to go through that loop with your yarn twice just to do the knot, just like this. 1, 2. You're going to pull this until it pulls like this and like gets to this. Sorry, I'm bad at describing, just like this and this and this. Sorry. So now you're going to grab it. You can put it on any hand because literally this glove fits on both hands. You can have a look, like on my right hand and on my left hand. So it's really simple. You can literally measure it on either hand. So I'm going to do it on my left because I need my right. So just going to get this like that. It is going to be slightly smaller, but that's okay because it literally stretches out a lot. Crocheting always does. And what you're going to do is you're going to stretch it out so these two top corners touch over your hand, just like that. And you find out that you're going to be sewing up basically one of these, like up to here, together, and then you're just going to join the first stitch here. So once again, you're going to get your white, put it on your needle, and stitch up one of the sides. So I'm going to be starting off here. Make sure you start off on the same space. I'm going to be going through that chain 2, tie it together, and now you're going to do the same you were doing with this side. So always go through half of each stitch and just sew it up till you get to the top. This one's really quick because it's literally just a tiny little space, and then you're gonna do the same as we did before and just go through that loop twice and pull until it gets closed and chop it. Not too short though. And then because I've got a lot of excess yarn, I'm just gonna pull it through these the chain 2 spaces on the edge, and I'm just gonna pull it through like this, and I'm gonna do a double, probably triple knot just to be sure, because this is literally just one knot keeping the whole thing together. And there you go, that's it for the granny square part. So it's going to be really hard to stick your hand in now because it's all tight, but as soon as you add all the ribbing, it's going to become much easier because you've got like easier access. But when you do manage to put it on, it should look something like this. It's like a stupid little granny square on your hand, but that's okay because we're going to make it into this awesome glove. You're going to get the colour, whatever colour you want, that you will be using to make the ribbing. I'm going to be using this pistachio colour. You're going to get your hook, preferably the same one, and you're going to attach the yarn wherever. It really doesn't matter where you do it, literally just anywhere. And attach it by making a knot, just like this. Whoop. Then you stick your hook through, yarn over, and chain 10. So it's really long, as you can see, but that's about the same length as this. You're gonna be doing single crochets now, and you're gonna skip that first stitch and you're gonna go into the second one and single crochet through the chain. So you're gonna have 9 single crochets. And now, because you're going to need it to attach to the granny squares, you're going to slip stitch into the next, through the next stitch. Just slip stitch that, and you just slip stitch that row on, but we need the second row, like the row you're about to do. So you're going to do a slip stitch into the next, which is, for me, the chain 2. So you're just going to slip stitch into the chain 2 space. Now, to get the ribbing effect, you will always need to go through half the chain, half the stitch. So these are the 2 slip stitches. You're going to go through half of it, just like that. See that? Just half. And you're going to single crochet. So you just go through half the stitch and single crochet, half and single crochet. Oh, can you see that? Through just half the stitch. The second half is left. You just go through half, single crochet. So you're going to finish off the row. Don't forget the last one, and when you've got 9, you're just going to chain 1 and do the same going down, skipping that first one that you just chained, and do the same going through half the stitches all the way down again. Don't leave out the last one again. And we will need to slip stitch, and since I've got the chain 2, I've already done 1 slip stitch into the chain 2. I need to do the second one. So I just attached the row that we just did, and you're going to need to do another slip stitch into the next. And you're just going to repeat that until you've eventually come a full circle and up here now. You've gone all the way around, so you've got like a full-on ribbed pattern. You're gonna cut the yarn kind of like mid-length, doesn't really matter. Pull through, tighten it up, and sew this up with your needle. Just go through the stitches randomly, doesn't really matter, one by one. Here, like, no one cares anymore. You just go through. Just need it to be stitched up. And the ribs will disguise this very easily. I recommend going through the whole stitch so it's tight and it can't get damaged. Okay, so just gonna go through that one more time and do that special knot I always do. Pull until it disappears, just like that. And you're going to do the same exact thing around the thumb hole, so here, and around the fingers here, except you're not going to chain 10, but you're going to chain 5. So when you're finished with that, I will tell you what to do next. If you finished all of it, if you've got 2 gloves, or if you've already done the second one like I have. But the problem is there's loads of these loose strands which require another hook. Yay! And basically what you're going to do is pull them through to the other side from like the nearest space. So here, for instance, I'm just going to stick my hook right next to it, wrap it around, pull through like that. Do the same with the white. Literally anywhere, just like carefully so you can't see it much. Okay, so that's about it from these. So we're going to turn it inside out. And grab any of those loose strands that are near each other. I'm just going to tie them together. For instance, these two. Chop that off. This one's secure enough. Chop it off as well. And once you're finished with all of those, you're just going to chop them off. Don't make them too short so it doesn't untie. And there we go. Gonna turn it the right way again. And now you've got your fingerless gloves. I find them really, really cute. If you put your sleeves over it like this, it's literally like a nice little accessory. It's really good. It keeps your wrists really warm, which is really good because when your joints get cold, they can get damaged. So this is very nice. Although there is the problem that it's fingerless, so like don't wear it in the winter. Wear it like autumn or spring-ish, but I'm doing it now so it's nice and ready for you. So when it's nice and warm enough outside, you just put them on and beauty. I can't stand my fingers because I've got the gloves on, but that does not matter. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hoped the tutorial made sense. I hope you can come back soon and watch some of my past or future videos. And yeah, see you there. Bye!